Hello folks, hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming along to another video. This time is all about the Maeving RM1S electric motorcycle, which has a realistic range of about 65 miles or so, which is fine for going around town or Sunday rides to the cafe. So here's my thoughts on it. I only had it for half an hour, so enjoy the video and I'll catch you at the end.
Brilliant, catch you soon, alright? Thank you. Well then guys, off we go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you through the town. I've only got it for half an hour, unfortunately. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. It's got a top speed of 70 miles an hour apparently. There's me feeling for the rear brake. Hello. See, even if that was a... Hi lads! Even if that was a fueled bike, it would... she wouldn't have heard me because she had her earmuffs on, so first of all, like, wow, that's nice. That glides around the corners quite nicely. Of course, it's a very light bike. It just reminds me what I like about electric as soon as I get on this. Just coasting up to the lights here. Doesn't look like there's no brake regen on this bike. And around the corner here, I think we'll stop here. No, let's filter up to the front, why not? Looks like we've got enough power to get away pretty quick anyway. Yeah, super silent. It's just great when you can sit at the lights here and there's just no sound. And I know some people don't like that, and people say that it's dangerous, and I get you, because other people can't hear you, but I don't know if they can hear you normally anyway, so... Yes, it's really nice going around on the bike like this in the city. You can't beat it. And I have to say, that seat is super comfortable. Certainly with those decent rear shocks as well. That really makes all the difference. Seating position, slightly leant over the tank. By about 3 degrees, I would say, on my upper body. Getting my feet down at 5'8" with a 30-inch inside leg. I got a bend at the knee here. I'm guessing the seat height is around 790, somewhere around there. 790, 800 maybe. I think it's got a range of about 60-70 miles, somewhere around there. Incredibly smooth and no vibrations, and that's another major plus point with electric. You know, even for a blip around the countryside, yes, you can't go far. It's always going to have that white elephant up against it. Is that you know, the 70-mile range is, well, basically it's 35 miles one way and one way back, isn't it? But still, really, really nice. I like it a lot. It works for me. The combined braking, I'm never fond of that. I can't give that a proper test like I normally do, due to the time that I've got this bike. So far, it's really, really pleasant. Really, really nice indeed. Indicators and all the switch gear, again, very easy to reach. Nothing to write home about there, just what you'd expect. It does kind of feel like a 125 to ride. But again, it's really, really nice. I think people that poo-poo electric are kind of missing out sometimes, because it is really nice not having those vibrations. And I know a lot of people say, well, I like the vibrations and it makes, you know, shows me that I'm on a proper combustion engine, but it's also nice not to have them. So it all swings and roundabouts there. For a little bimble like this, it's really nice. I started out with 54% and I'm down to 45 now. Again, don't look into that too much, because it's at the tail end of the battery, and it's the top end of the battery that is the part that holds the charge. So, you know, this bike has been in and out all day today, with lots of people trying it. So, to be fair, it's still done okay, isn't it? I wouldn't say it's flickable. You get quite a lot of gyroscopic effect on the front end there. Maybe that's purely just because of the actual weight of the bike. I think this bike is around 7 grand, so, you know, it's what it is, isn't it? It's not an easy business to run these electric bike companies. We'll turn around here. What time is it? 42. It's not too bad. What we'll just do is we'll just pull over here and just have a quick look at what we're riding here. And it's smart. You know, compared to other bikes, what I like about it is that they haven't gone too futuristic. They've almost done their own thing in a heritage sort of manner, and I like that. It's got the proper heritage wheels and the seat, and I really like this. This is really starting to, yeah, I'm really liking what they've done here. It's not particularly fast compared to some of the other bikes with hub motors that I've ridden before. You know, you open it up and there's progression, but it's not, you know, on tight sort of progression with the acceleration. The brakes are good, to be fair. You know, they are combined. There's a little tiny disc on the back there. What's that? Must be about 150, I reckon. 150mm disc on the back. Very basic, the frame, but that's nice, isn't it? It's nice to have a really basic frame like that. So we've got the battery in the front there, and I think the don't know what's in that little box there. I guess that's all the control gear and that. So again, quite a small battery, all things considered. How's this open here? I'll have to ask him when I get back. It's a smart looking bike though, isn't it? Do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I know most of you aren't going to like electric. That's always going to be the case, unfortunately. But you know, do give it a try, because there's a lot to be said for this, and this doesn't look futuristic. It doesn't look overcooked. It's got its own unique niche there. Its own what's the word? Own panache in that design. They've obviously thought about it and scrutinised it quite a lot. The only game changer for me, or the deal breaker, is there's no pillion seat. I want to know. I rarely take a pillion, but I want to know if I do need to take a pillion, that I'll have that option. LED lights and indicators. It's kind of roughish sort of tyre there. Not getting any tyre noise off of it though. And on the back end, there's that there. It's nice. I like it. I like the styling. I like the way that they've done the tank as well, because although electric doesn't really need that fuel tank, that just kind of looks right, doesn't it? To me, I like that. I like it. Right, let's get back on again. Nice handlebar clamp there as well. So push it into drive, into sport. What's that? Economy. So that's going to be dead as a dodo, no doubt. Actually, no, let's put it in sport because I want to get some speed up here. 1 sport. There you go. All right, fully pinned. That's the acceleration there. I'm sure you can see that. Hope you can anyway. They've got a 60 limit here, so there's the 60. And 65. It's good, it's fast enough. Don't need any more than that for A roads and B roads, do you? Surprisingly confidence inspiring tyres, actually, the way that it turns in. I would say it's not a bike like some of the other electric ones which I've had before now, which I would feel particularly comfortable overtaking on. Hasn't really got that punchy kind of power that you get from some bikes, some electric bikes. But again, if you're somebody that's looking into having electric, and I've done a lot with Silence and Zero, who else have I had? New scooters years ago. I think they're still going, but they've gone a bit quiet these days. I think, to be honest, I think a lot of the bigger companies have always tried to make them into motorcycles, you know, like I wonder if I can get an overtake in here. No, I can't. Although I'm building up speed what seems quickly, it's not there. I think the problem these days is that there's so many brands like Zero, that had their time. I think, you know, before money started getting a bit tighter for everybody, I think there was a market for them. I think it's a bit more of a struggle for them now, because they're just out of budget. It's just silly money buying a bike for 24 grand that only does 100 miles, you know. Let's see if I can just quickly squeeze through. Again, it's very narrow. As a traffic buster, superb. But it will be for people that are commuters. And then Maeving aren't trying to sell it to people that are tourers or whatever. They're just selling it as it is, for what it is. You got a good attitude on that front. Well, you got to, haven't you, in this game these days? Am I going to be able to get through there? Yeah, look at that, look. No problem. Getting off the lights. We'll go do a flat out. Off we go. Still stuck there. I'm off and away. I could live with this bike, no problem at all. Hands down. I would use this more than my other bikes. Although I still like to get out on the Meteor every now and then, and well, all of them really, but you know what I mean. But I honestly think I would use this more than the Meteor, and I would actively, if I own this, I would actively try and go out on it, just for an excuse to ride. If a bike does that, then you're on the right track, and I do find that with my Meteor as well. I do look forward to actually getting on the bike, but I think I would more so with this, because it just, for city riding, you just cannot beat electric. You don't need the range when you're going around the city. You just want a nice, steady ride, light ride, easy ride, no vibrations. It's exactly what you want for the city. It's very good. You know, if you're the sort that likes to ride fast, then no, it ain't going to be for you. But, you know, like I say, for me, I work a lot in Exeter, in different places, as a tradesman, and I normally dump my tools off where I can, and then dump my tools off where I can, and then I go off and take the bike, and so it could work really well for me. Would I pay 7 grand for it? Personally, no. I'm not saying it's not worth 7 grand. It is worth 7 grand in its own right, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's not an easy business to run, these electric motorcycle companies. It's really, really difficult. So I can see why they sell it for 7 grand. I think they tick a lot of boxes for that, and they still have a business to run and to make it a viable product for the future. British made as well, which is a good thing. I think that's fantastic, and the more stuff we get made in Britain, the better, isn't it? So I'm not sure about all the parts. I guess some of it maybe from other countries, you know, the electronics and maybe the battery. The brakes are a little bit kind of wooden, I guess you could say. They work well enough, don't get me wrong, they do work well enough, but they just feel a little bit hard, is the way I describe it. Where's the horn? There. They'll be looking now. It's quite noisy actually. Easy to find. Indicators and switch gear is good. Bar end mirrors, you have to turn your head to look at them like you do in all bar end mirrors, but they're not miles out like normal bar end mirrors, because it is quite narrow bars anyway. So yeah, I hope that they do well. I kind of questioned the rollout, to be honest with you. I know they had a bit of a time in COVID times, so that was a difficult time getting parts and things like that. But yeah, I think they sell direct as well. They don't have dealers as such, which I think is kind of the way they're all trying to do it now, I think. But yeah, again, you know, coming to places like this, stopping off for a coffee or some chips like the lady's got there. Is she going to fall over? Nah. No, that's cruel. Yeah, I think they got a lot going for them. As long as they roll out properly, I think the rollout is going to be key. And Maeving has always been over there for me. I've never, I'm a bike reviewer and I've never been able to get hold of one. So I hope that changes, because it's going to be a dead start house if they're always struggling against that. It's really important to get them out there. And I don't mean doing these road shows. It needs to do more than that. It needs to do a lot more than that. I think we'll park it right next door, actually. There we go. Very nice. Very, very good. Very good indeed. I like it. Reliability? Who knows? I don't know. I haven't had it long enough, have I? But overall, not bad. Yeah, good little commuter bike if you live in the city and just want something that's light and easy, and you just plug in at the end of the day and it's ready to go in the morning. Can't go far wrong with that, to be honest with you. And it looks good as well. And it's going to turn heads like it has done already. It's a good machine. It's very interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you could give the video a like, I know there's going to be lots of comments. Please ask away if you've got any questions about it. Hopefully I'll be doing a bit more in the future, but we'll see how that goes. But overall, I like it. I like it a lot. I think they've definitely got a good offer in here. So it just depends how it's marketed and pushed out to the masses.
Thanks so much for getting this far in the video. Really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a good week wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whenever you're watching this. Join me next time where I'll be talking to Chris directly from Maeving, and I'll be asking all those common questions which you guys might have. I'll see you next time. Cheerio.